Hey guys, Mr. C here. We're going to do another draw and tell. This one's called The Giant Rabbit Story. So I guess first of all, you need to have a pencil or a pen. There we go. Got my pencil and my felt marker. In my case, I'll use a felt marker so it shows up easier for you. I guess I need some paper. There we go. Got some paper. And I guess we'll need something to color with as well. There we go. Got my coloring materials. Okay, let's get started. This is The Giant Rabbit Story. I'm not sure that this story is true, but my friend Ryan Rabbit told it to me, and he says it is. I'll tell it to you, and you can let me know what you think. One more thing, according to Ryan came out of his burrow. Let's draw his burrow here. That's his burrow, right? Rabbit hole. Ryan came out of his burrow, and he hopped across the field. Here's the field he hopped across. And this is one of the things I find hard to believe, but Ryan says he does it all the time. He climbed up to the top of the big tree that grows in the field just to have a look around. So here's our big tree that grows here in the field. And believe it or not, Ryan climbed all the way up that tree. He stuck his head right up through the top of the branches. There's Ryan sticking his head up through the top of the branches of the tree. And away to the north, he could see the lake where two little boats and one big sailboat were bobbing in the water. That would be Mary's Lake. You've probably been there. Here's the big lake way up to the north. Two little boats and a great big sailboat bobbing on the water. Do you remember those two big trees that grow at the end of the lake? One big tree here and one big tree here. They grow at the end of the lake with the boats. Then right beside the lake, and if you thought that bit about a rabbit climbing a tree was hard to believe, wait till you hear this. He says he saw a giant rabbit. It was brown and about 2 meters tall. Suddenly it started hopping towards the tree where Ryan was. And then he says it hopped over and stopped to eat some grass. So he hops towards where Ryan is, and then he goes over this way instead, and well, here's some grass growing. After a few nibbles, it came hopping right by the tree. Ryan said he called to the giant rabbit to stop, but it didn't. So the giant rabbit hops this direction right past the tree where Ryan was hanging out at the top. Ryan jumped down from the tree and he ran after the giant rabbit, but he couldn't catch him. He claims that rabbit could hop 3 meters in one hop. So here's Ryan climbing down from the tree and he chases after the rabbit. Well, that's his story. Oh, there was one other thing. Listen to this. He says that giant rabbit, it was carrying a baby giant rabbit in his pocket. Can you believe that? Okay, so that's the story of the giant rabbit that Ryan tells us. I think you could probably tell from looking at it that it's actually a kangaroo, not a giant rabbit. So we'll add some color to our kangaroo here. And kangaroos are often brown or browns and grays. Let's color them in, make them look a bit more like the giant rabbit or the kangaroo that he really is. And there's our giant rabbit.